Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian, and Haitians. He'll give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, and a sincere salutation to all the Akim pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four ends of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Akwa who are listening and learning. A few sisters who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah, coming at you with another lesson in true fact, faith, and edification. And this is a lesson from the brother, Saints of the Most High Birmingham, the brother Dawada, right from the GMS Birmingham camp. And he did a very edifying lesson about the curses in Deuteronomy 28. The title of his lesson is Deuteronomy 28, Who Fits the Curses? And I was going to do a lesson on this as well. So when I was watching this video, when I was at work, I said I'm just gonna basically lay him back off of this brother, because I had a few precepts. I was gonna do my own lesson, but I saw him went into it. He went into it as well as the other brothers did. So I said, since he did a very edifying lesson, I'm just gonna lay him back off of him and bring my precepts out with his lesson. So Lord willing, this be edifying. Deuteronomy 28, Who fits the curses?
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Much respect to the brothers laboring in this truth worldwide to wake up the elect of the children of Israel. It's your brother Dawada coming to you with another lesson. This lesson is going to be entitled Deuteronomy 28. Who do the curses fit? Alright? And Deuteronomy 28 is a very prophecy-laden chapter, all right? And 1 through 14 are blessings that's going to be bestowed on the children of Israel, and 15 through 68 are curses. And as you see, Yahweh Shai wasn't playing with these curses. But he knew he was going to go off. But it was all of the Most High will, because it's his movie, right? So let's jump into some of these curses and try and figure out who they fit. All right? So this is Deuteronomy 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. All right? So, if you know anything, man, these curses have overtaken our people. And matter of fact, let's go ahead and jump to 46. You know what? I'm going to start at 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee. That again, that's that overtake thee, till thou be destroyed. Because thou hearkenest, that word hearken again, hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they, what are they? The curses shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. All right? So these curses are for a sign. What's a sign? Where you driving down the highway and it says, next 10 miles, your exit off Fairfield Boulevard. Or you getting ready to go to a Shell gas station and you look up and see where it identifies the Shell gas station. That's a sign, right? And for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. All right? So these curses are for a sign, and they're going to be upon the seed of the children of Israel forever. These curses don't stop until our Savior, come back, which is Yahweh Shai. All right? But let's go back and get some of these curses. All right? And let's see who they fit. Let's go by process of elimination. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. All right? So even back during the time of when Nebuchadnezzar had took over and conquered Israel, wasn't they cursed in the city? All right? Wasn't they cursed in the field? Now, let's fast track that to today. Who are the people cursed in the city, and who are the people cursed in the field? That's your work field. There's any field you can think of. Who are these people who are cursed? Process of elimination. All right? Verse 17. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. All right? One of the people in Tulsa, Oklahoma, one day basket and store cursed. All right? Then they try and establish their own way of doing things, and Yahweh Shai stirred up that ancient hatred that Esau has for Jacob, and they actually bombed that city, man. All right? It says, cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. All right? Now, back in the ancient times, guess what? Those things happen. Because our people don't have any land where they can actually grow fruit on, or any flocks of sheep that they can tend to. And the fruit of thy body, guess what, man? Our children are upon these curses. We just read in Deuteronomy 46 that there's going to be upon our seed forever. All right? It says, curse shall thou be when thou comest in, and curse shall thou be when thou goest out. All right, man, you born right now in this day and age as a so-called African, so-called Native American, so-called Latino. Guess what? You're cursed. And when Esau or 2/3 of our people put us to death, you curse going out. All right? Says the verse 20, the Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do. All right? Just like we just mentioned Tulsa, Oklahoma. Guess what? It was things like that happened in Chicago, in Detroit, all around this country, man. When they put their hands to separate from this demon, this devil, the deceiver, guess what? Yahweh Shai wasn't with them. Why? Because they weren't trying to follow these laws, statutes, commandments. All right. And once we broke them, guess what? We're going to perpetually be up under these curses. All right? Reading on, it says, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly. All right? And that's what happened during those different rides, man. All right? They perished quickly. And guess what? It was nothing done. It was no hope, no might in their hands. And guess what? That's part of the curses, man. So who do these things fit? The Trail of Tears. Who do these things fit? Christopher Cologne. Who do these things fit? Process of elimination, all right? Because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me. Yeah, we didn't forsake Yahweh Shai. But in these last days, he's raising up a remnant he's going to save, all right? This is Deuteronomy 28 and 21. The Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee, until he have consumed thee from off the land, whether thou goest to possess it. All right? So pestilence is what? STD, you know what I'm saying? These different gout, diabetes. These are pestilence, man. Is what's cleaving to our people. All right? Because why? We have forsaken the Lord our power. All right? It says, let's read that again. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 21. The Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee until he have consumed thee from off the land whether thou goest to possess it. Then the pestilence cleave to the Native American Indians, man, when those devils gave them smallpox blankets. All right? So who do these curses fit, man? Who do they fit? Process of elimination. All right? Once again, these curses are perpetual. They are upon the seed of Israel forever. All right? Verse 22. The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption, and with fever, and with an inflammation, and with an extreme burning, and with the sword, and with blasting, and with mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish. All right? Once again, man, that consumption, that fever, that inflammation, you got gout, you got real bad inflammation of these joints, man. And where did that stem from? That stem from eating pork. You still want to be wicked. You still want to follow the customs of the heathen, like this wicked ass Halloween. And guess what? Yahweh Shai is going to continually punish you.
And that mucus that we keep in our body too, man. The constant in our lungs. That's that inflammation, man. Okay? We stay sick, man. Because of Esau Edom, man. And their devices. Okay, all the different drugs and the things they put in our food, man.
All right? Verse 23. And thy heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth under their feet shall be iron. Man, what is that talking about? It's talking about the prison system, man. All right? A lot of our people, man, are locked up in the prison system to be slaves. All right? During the time of sharecropping, they made laws where if you was caught off the plantation, guess what, man? You went to jail. Loitering was jail. You know what I'm saying? They said that the Emancipation Proclamation was just transferring ownership from public people to a private company, which is the United States of America. All right? And with that being done, it also set up laws so where if you were doing any type of thing, Jim Crow laws, you know what I'm saying, any type of thing, it revoked your freedom and you became what? A perpetual slave. All right? And that's why they set up these different laws to the point where if you were to do anything, man, they convicting you and taking away your freedom. Why? So they can put you back in slavery. All right? Let's jump down a little bit. Let's go to verse 30. Verse 30, all right? Who do these curses fit? Process of elimination, all right? This is Deuteronomy 28 and 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Now, this actually goes back to the slavery time, but guess what? That's going back to now, right now, too. 2/3 of our people, man, they so wrapped up in wickedness, they don't care about sleeping with another man's wife. All right? They don't care about these things. And you building somebody's house by you going to them perpetually working, you know what I'm saying, in this captivity, because you damn sure ain't building your own house with the money you making, all right? It says, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and thou shalt not gather the grapes thereof, all right? And that's going on with our people. Verse 32, from the Negroes, Latinos to Native Americans.
And Jake built those slave master houses, man. Jake built the White House. Okay, Jake built up this country, man. And all the houses that Jake built, they didn't sleep not one night in those houses, man.
Who do these curses fit? By process of elimination. All right? Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people. All right? When did this happen? This happened in slavery. But guess what? If CHP wants to come and roll up in your house and take your kids, You can't do anything. All right? Let's read this again. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. All right, and guess what? This happened to the Native Americans too, man.
Mm-hmm.
They actually took, and Apostle Ella Rama brought this out a couple of weeks back, where they actually took the children, you know what I'm saying, and sent them and made them be adopted, man. All right? So these curses are upon the children of Israel as a sign and for a wonder. By process of elimination, vocab Malone, who do these curses fit? All right? Once again, Deuteronomy 28 and 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. And there shall be no might in thine hand. All right, and guess what, angels? There's no might in our hand to get our people back, man. If they want to come in and take your kids right now, there's nothing that you can do. You'll have to try and go through some kind of resources, go through a lawyer, you know what I'm saying? But there's no might in your hand. All right? Check this curse out. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 35. The Lord shall smite thee in the knees and in the legs with a sore box that cannot be healed from the sole of thy foot until the top of thy head. All right? Guess what, man? Our people have aches and pains constantly in this captivity. Why? Because it's a curse from Yahweh Shai. Because we disobeyed. We were disobedient, man. All right? And guess what? All Israel disobeyed. All right? Verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee. All right?
And that's being called, they call the Negroes what? Spooks and porch monkeys, right? They call the Latinos wetbacks, right? And they call the Native Americans what? Savages, man. So we are just proverbs and bywords, man. Porch monkeys, spooks, wetbacks, and savages, man. That's what they call the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, man.
No, this is another scripture, man, that tells us that we're going to be scattered in all nations. All right? But more importantly, it say we're going to become an astonishment. You know, you got guys walking around with skinny ass jeans on, with your motherfucking drawers showing. Man, that's an astonishment. And also a proverb. What's a proverb? It's a wise saying. All right? What's some of the wise sayings they have about us? We love chicken. We love watermelon. What you put in the book and the nigga ain't gonna read it. Something to that effect. And a byword. What's a byword? It's anything these nations call you outside your God-given nationality. All right? So who do these curses fit? All right? By process of elimination. It says, among all nations where the Lord shall lead thee. All right? Let's go to verse 41. By process of elimination, who do these curses fit? This is Deuteronomy 28 and 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, and thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. All right? So who do these curses fit? Who went into captivity and was not able to enjoy their sons and daughters because they went into captivity? Who do these curses fit? Remember, these curses are going to be upon the children of Israel for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. All right? This is Deuteronomy 28 and 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. All right? He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
And we know who control all the banks, man. We know who control the money, the elites. Starting with the Rothschilds.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. All right? By process of elimination. who did this fit, man? Out of all Latinos, so-called African Americans, so-called Native Americans, who are you lending to? And who's lending to you? By process of elimination, who do these curses fit? All right? And we're going to read this again. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall consume. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee until thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, which I command thee, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Why? Why, Lord? Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. All right, since we don't want to do that, guess what? Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. In hunger, if you want something to eat, where you got to go? By process of elimination, who does this fit? In thirst, you want something to drink, where you got to go? I don't care if it's at your damn faucet. All right? And in nakedness, if you want to put some clothes on your back, where you got to go? And in the want of all things, and you want to go get a driver's license, where you got to go? You want to go get a business license, where you got to go? You want to go get anything, a death certificate, a birth certificate, where do you have to go? All right? And in the want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. All right? So you Google yokes of iron, and guess what you're going to find? You're going to find Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans with yokes of iron upon their neck. So by process of elimination, who do these curses fit? All right? And the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. All right? You always have buzzwords in the scriptures, man. All right? That eagle has always been the moniker of the Edomites. All right? From Greece to Rome to Germany to France to Britain and now America. All right? A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. All right? A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young. And that's what, man. These curses are upon us for a sign and for a wonder, and upon our seed forever. Guess what? They still don't regard the person of old. I remember seeing a California highway patrol just beating the hell out this elderly 60-year-old Jake. And she was just asking the question. And we already know, no favor to the young. Just what, a couple of weeks ago, you had this woman, I think she was like 28, maybe 26, and Dallas got shot through her own damn window. Who do these curses fit by process of elimination? All right? Let's go ahead and get to this right here. All right? This is Deuteronomy 28 and 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother. All right? And I ain't saying that we were soft, man. That's saying that we had love for each other, man. If my brother needed something and I had it, he had it. All right? But guess what? Now his eye is evil toward his brother. Your black on black crime, so-called black on black crime. So-called Latino on Latino crime. So-called Latino on so-called black crime. So-called black on Latino crime. All right? Your eye shall be evil toward your brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. All right? So, by process of elimination, who do these curses fit?
And I had a chick to tell me that she ain't under the curses. And I was telling her that she is under curses. And she said that she's not. Well, in this curse that the brother reading right now, it tell you that the man shall separate, shall leave the wife, and the children, man. Okay, that's a curse. Because I told him, she was like that, she said she had a newborn baby, and her and the baby daddy wasn't together. So I said, that's part of the curses, man. She told me no, she wasn't under the curses. So to show you how destroyed our peoples is, man. And the brother just read that. Deuteronomy 28 and let me see, it's 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes should be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. Okay? Verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not venture to sit the sole of her foot upon the ground, for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil towards her husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter, and toward the young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for want of all things. Hey, that's about the seeds, right? But the point was, I told her that because she said she had a newborn baby, 2-month-old baby, and her and the baby daddy wasn't together. I told her that's part of the curses, and she said no, she ain't under no curses. So that's how strong Jake is, man.
Now, you can try and say 1 or 2 or 3 don't fit a certain group. But by process of elimination, who do these curses fit? You can't get around it. Let's get to the kicker. Matter of fact, let's get to this one first. Because guess what? Just like the elder Manata Zabar brought out 2 days ago in the live stream, being scattered among the nations is a curse vocab. So who do these curses fit? All right? This is Deuteronomy 28 and 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among our people, from one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Guess what, man? During the sub-Saharan slave trade, guess what we were forced to serve? Stone, that cobblestone, all right? During the transatlantic slave trade, guess what we were forced to serve? The cross of the so-called Christian, all right? Who do these curses fit by process of elimination? It's that simple. Verse 65, and among these nations shalt thou find no ease. Ain't, man, if you had right now, you driving down the street and the cop roll up on you and you see those flashing lights, are you at ease? Hell no. Read on. Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing eyes and sorrow of the mind. All right? You're not at ease here, man. You can be taken out at any point in time in the valley of the shadow of death. All right? Verse 66, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night. Man, who do these curses fit, man? By process of elimination, you think the so-called white man is in fear day and night? Come on, man. Come on, man. Reading on, and thou shalt have none assurance of thy life. All right? In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were evening. All right, man, you trying to fast forward the day. I made a comment on Elder Manat Zakbar. I was like, Elder, y'all going out live today? Man, I'm ready for it to hit to the weekend. I'm thinking today was Friday. All right? That's what this scripture is saying. In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were evening, and in evening thou wilt say, would God it were morning. For the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see. All right? And we hasten
Right. And that also play out today, man. We hasten the day of the Lord, man. Okay, when you come back to the truth, the Lord say hasten the day, man, and get out of here, man. And so soon daylight come up, man. You know? And we pushing that, hey, sunset, man. And that sunset come, we pushing for daylight, man, to get out of here.
How about Shah to come back and save us, man? All right, we trying to speed this salvation deliverance along, man.
Come.
All right, the scriptures say this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached around the world, and then the end will come. All right, so this is the kicker, man. You can't get around this one. Of all the curses who identify the children of Israel, you can't get around this one. All right, this is Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Deuteronomy 5:6 says Egypt is what? Bondage. Exodus 22 says Egypt is bondage. All right? And he said you're going to go into bondage again by way of what? Ships. All right? Let's read this again. This is Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. How Moses said it was going to happen. How Moses got the word from Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. How he said it was going to happen. Guess what? It happened. And thou shalt see it no more again. You're not going to see your homeland anymore again. And there, where you'll be taken, ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen, slave men, and bondwomen, slave women. By process of elimination, who do these curses fit? Guess what? It didn't start only in 1692. It started in 1492 when Christopher Colon came over here and grabbed the northern tribe and took them back to Spain. All right? Read on. And no man shall buy you. So your wagon take a Christian say, see, it says no man no buy you. No, that's an old Quaker term, which means redeem. Nobody's will be able to redeem us out of these curses until Yahweh shall come back. All right? So this is Deuteronomy 28 and the curses, man. Who do they fit by process of elimination? All right? Lord willing, it's been edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakar Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And much respect to the brothers laboring in this truth worldwide to wake up the elect of the children of Israel. Till the next time.
Nah. Let me go back to get a couple precepts. This is because when you read the curses, the Lord also had Moses to bring out that the children of Israel was going to go into slavery if they didn't obey in Deuteronomy, the 4th chapter, which is one of the verses that I love to bring out. This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 27. And this verse links with Baruch chapter 2. This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 27. And it reads, And the Lord Yahweh shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whither the Lord Yahweh shall lead you. And there ye shall serve gods, the work of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell. Wood and stone. Right? You got Jake and Islam worshiping the carbon stone. And you got Jake. That's Christianity have 2.2 billion people, man. Okay? And most of those is Jakes, man. Verse 29 reads, but And this is the verse that's in Baruch, the 2nd chapter. Deuteronomy 4:29. But if from thence thou shalt seek the Lord Yahweh thy power, thou shalt find him, if thou seek him with all thine heart and with all thy soul. So the Lord said in Deuteronomy 4:27, and the Lord Yahweh shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whither the Lord shall lead you. Right? He said you shall be left few in number. Now when you go to Baruch, this is Baruch chapter 2. It reads this. Baruch 2. And let's start at 28. And thou spakest by thy servant Moses in the day when thou didst command him to write thy law before the children of Israel, saying, if you will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations, where I will scatter them. I just read that to you in Deuteronomy 4:27. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivity they shall remember themselves, and shall know that I am the Lord, their power, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds. For they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord. And I will bring them again. The only way you can be an Israelite, you have to be in this from the beginning. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath, which you can read that in Luke chapter 1, verse 73, that he promised the oath to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords over it, and I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people, and I will no more drive my people out of Israel. I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them. So Baruch 2:29-31 links up with Deuteronomy 4:27-29. This is Jeremiah 17:4, because when we were scattered into the lands, we lost our heritage. So the Lord told Jeremiah that was going to happen to us. This is Jeremiah 17:4. Jeremiah 17:4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will call thee to serve thy enemies in a land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Now in Babylon, we knew that we were the Israelites. The only place on the planet that we served out captivity that we didn't know who we were was here in Babylon the Great, man, North America. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will call thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Now, when you go to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3 reads this. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day, what day? The rising of the Israelites shall not come, except there come a falling away first. So we had to fall away from who we were, knowing that we were the Hebrew Israelites. That falling away had to happen first, okay? And the Lord made our enemies come up against us because of what we did. So when you read Psalm 83, verse 2, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembrance. Okay? That the name of Israel may be no more remembrance. Now, let me pull this up real quick, just to show you Psalm 83 in a picture, right? That's this scene right here.
Miss Reynolds?
So, Lucky, let me go back. Let me go back. Cause they just trying to show you, make the point. They're doing it different, but I'm gonna let it ride.
The behavior?
I want to hear you say your name. Your name is Toby. What's your name?
Gunta. Lord God help that boy. They're gonna whip him dead.
What's your name? Say it. Toby. Who are you? Say your name. What's your name?
Toby.
See?
Hi. Say it again. Say it louder so they all can hear you. What's your name?
Toby. My name is Toby.
Hi. That's a good nigger. Cut him down.
You see? So back in Psalm 83, verse 4, it said, they have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. What they do? They beat him. He kept saying Kunta Kinte, right? They beat him so much, man. He said, okay, I'm Toby, man. I'm Toby. That's what they did, man. Psalm 79:1. O power, the heathen are come into thy inheritance. Thy holy temple have they defiled. they have laid Jerusalem on heaps. The point. O power, the heathen are come into thy inheritance. Okay? Thy holy temple have they defiled. They have laid Jerusalem on heaps. When you go to Isaiah 1 and verse 7, it reads this. Isaiah 1 and Isaiah 1 and 7. And it reads, it say, your country is desolate, your cities are burnt with fire. Your land, Israelites' land, strangers devour it in your presence, and it is desolate as overthrown by strangers. So the Lord made us lose. The Lord took our heritage from us, right? And he put the heathens in place, man. Okay, for a period of time. Now, when you go to Psalms 147 and 19, it reads this. Because these curses, like the brother did an excellent lesson on, it's you so-called Negro Latino Day Americans, man. Psalm 147 and 19. He showeth his words unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. His judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Who? The other 17 nations have not known the judgments of the Lord. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh. Let's go to Amos chapter 3, verse 1. And it reads, Amos 3 and 1. Hear this word that the Lord Yahweh hath spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which are brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Okay? He said, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. So, we broke the law, statute, and commandments of the Lord. So, he brought the curses upon us, man. And until Yahushua returns, the curses will be upon us, man. Okay? Until Yahushua return to redeem us, the curses will be upon us. This is Revelation 22 and 1. And he showed me a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of the power and of the Lamb. In the midst of the street of it, and on either side of the river, was there a tree of life, which bare 12 manners of fruits, and yield her fruit every month. And the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations. And there shall be no more curse, but the throne of power and of the Lamb shall be in it, and his servants shall serve him. It said, there shall be no more curse, man. Deuteronomy 22 and 3. And Revelation 22 and 3, and there shall be no more curse. So the curses is going to be upon us until Yahweh shall come back and redeem us out of this place, man. Lord's willing. We are the elect, okay? Or I'm of the elect. And the rest of the argument, man. Okay, we are those men, Lord willing. So the curse is going to be upon Jake until Yahweh shall return, man. Hey, so I don't want to go too long, man. Just linking the precepts with the brother precepts. Oh, and Oh, let me get this. Sirach 27:9. Because the Lord is waking us up now, man. This is Sirach 27:9. And it reads this. The birds will resort unto their like. So will truth return unto them that practice in her. So now, man, the Lord is raising up his elect men, and now he putting the curses on all the 17 heathen nations, man. Okay? Now the curses is falling upon our enemies. But the point of this lesson is, who fits the curses, man? So-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's the Lord wisdom edifying. Gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, and a sincere salutation to all the outcome pushing the truth and believing the truth throughout the four winds of the earth. Wait on the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Agua who are listening and learning. The few sisters who are listening and learning. Hey, till next time, Shalom.